Hey, everybody. It's your lovely Lotus Blossom Lizzie. And let's see, I'm just waiting for my computer to catch up with me here. Oh, there we go. All right. Just making sure everything's okay. How's everyone doing on this lovely Monday evening? Are you all winding up for the week? And winding down the weekend, of course. Well, it's already wound down, isn't it? Because I think most of us already had a full work day today. Hey, Boo Boo Kitty and Barb. Also, hello, Rhonda and Wendy and Penny. And also, hello, Jamie and Jan. Hi, Jan. Thank you all for coming on with me today. I'm going to be doing some collaging today, but before I get started, I always like to recommend that if these are the type of videos that you like, if you love junk journal types of videos and making ephemera and crafting and creating, then this is definitely the place for you. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification button so that you'll be notified when more videos like this one come out. Hello, Tammy. Thanks for coming on with us today. So how are you all doing? How was your weekend? Mine was pretty good. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be doing some collaging, and y'all, I've been watching other YouTubers do collaging for a while, and I've kind of been intimidated to do the collaging myself. Hello, Lisa, and I'm glad to have you here, Rhonda, as well. And so I did like some little bits of collaging, and like I did a collage on this page here. It's an index card. I did this a while ago, and even when I did this, I don't know why, I was kind of nervous about it. So, but what I decided to do over the weekend, I was just like, I had to go someplace, and I said, let me just take out some paper, and I'm just going to try to do some collaging. And man, my collages came out so good. So I'm going to show you all what I've actually been up to. Hello, Tammy. Thanks for coming on. And Chris, hey. And Seek, but you can't hide. Yep. Somebody knows romper room. Y'all just can't see like the little eyeglass thing that, what is it called? Not the eyeglass. Y'all can never think of that thing. What is it? You know what you look through and it makes things look bigger? That thing. Okay. So let me just show y'all the collage papers that I made so far, because this is pretty cool, and it actually didn't take me that long to do these. So this is one of them that I did, and I pretty much just pulled out scraps. So this is definitely a great way to use your scraps. Hey Rachel, it's Scrap Craftastic. I just like willy-nilly just pulled out things that because I have these bags. And when I have things and I'm like, I'll need to keep that because the stuff might work, I have like several of these bags, and I just tuck like my scraps in here. Otherwise, they're not like organized or anything like that. Otherwise, I would just go crazy trying to organize the scraps. But so I just kind of pulled things out, and whatever I pulled out, I laid on the paper. Now this paper kind of came out a little bit with a greenish kind of theme in the back, which is fine. And then I did this one, which is more kind of vintagey, and it has like the brown tones, very monochromatic, you could say. And I really love the way that they came out, so I wanted to do a few more pages like this as well. Now this is what I suggest when you're doing like the collage papers. Let me move this out the way. This is what I suggest with the collage papers, is like to do something that you can use for a base. And then what I did was I actually turned these into digital. So the digital kits are not up just yet, but because I want to do a few more to add to the kit itself. But let me show you what I did. Let me show you what she did. So from this base here, I was able to, let me start with this one. From this base here, I was able to come up with another collage page. So this is what the full page looks like right here. Isn't this like absolutely fantastic? That's beautiful, right? So I tried to put everything but the kitchen sink on here, and I did that for a reason, because any kind of way that you cut this page up, you're gonna get like lots of ephemera goodness. And what really worked out for me is that I had a lot of these little pieces already made. So that's what made the difference in the page. So this page actually turned into this page. So you can see, if you look in the background, you can see the elements of this page are on here also. So some things I added, and these are things that I have in the shop as well, is I added like some of the vintage vocabulary cards in there. I also used some of the floral notes. This is a digital kit. Both of these are digital kits. I used the floral notes. So here's a part of the floral notes here. And you can see, because they already were clustered and they had the collages and everything, all I had to do was just lay them down, and they added like a whole nother element. And then I took another copy of this and I kind of cut it and I put it here in the corner. And so you can see all the elements. And then here is one of the mini guest checks that I did. And this is the most recent digital kit that I put over in the shop. So if you don't know, I have an Etsy shop, and it is pleasantcreations.com. The link is in the description below as well. So, and I didn't have to do any sewing on this. And then I added like some flowers and things. And if you look at this, you'll see that, let me pull it up some and let me fix the focus just a little bit here. So get in here, focus. You can see that some of the elements, it looks like they're sewing, but that's part of the digital kit. The sewing is already on there, so I didn't have to do any additional sewing to this. So that's cool. So, and then I also added some of the words that I had kind of sticking around and stamped on those. And then let me show you, because I'm so proud of myself. From this base that I had right here, I was able to make two more. So here's one. And you can see like the elements behind this particular one is here. And again, I was able to use some of the smaller pieces that I had. So Tammy asked, let's see, let me look at the chat is going a little quick today. Let's see. Yeah, the flowers really make everything kind of stand out. It makes it like, gives it that extra little feminine touch, doesn't it? Boo Boo Kitty says she's tossing her glue sticks away. She never reached her level of it's, you know what, you just have to just sit down and do it, because I'm telling you, this weekend was the first time that I really sat down and started doing the collages, because I was just really intimidated to do it, and it's just so easy. So I'm glad that I did it. So Tammy asked, was the base ledger paper? No, well, some of the pieces were ledger paper. If you look, because you can see the ledger paper all behind here, but this is what the base looks like. So you can see there are some pieces of ledger paper in here, but the whole thing is bits and pieces of everything, if that makes sense. So let's see here. Boo Boo Kitty said, watch out, Tim Holtz. You know what I'm saying? I wish I was on that level where I could like create stuff and then like sell it on the mass level, like Tim Holtz, and all my fans would be able to see this. But you know, Timmy is in a league of his own right now. But anyway, so this one right here, again, I used some elements from kits I already have up in the shop that you can purchase, or either they're digital kits. So again, I use the vocabulary cards here. I have like several pieces. This is from the Ladies Home Journal set that's in there that you can buy. And I print and cut those for you. I even have, I don't think I have these in a digital kit yet, but we got the Scrabble letters. I have like the doodle leaves. That's a digital kit right there. And I have like the stamps and put some photos in here. And I just added a whole bunch of stuff in this one. And I really love the way it came out. And then here is another one. And Barb says, is it on cardstock? When originally I just used like a regular piece of paper on here, and then I just glued everything on, and then once I printed it out, I actually printed it on cardstock because I was going to turn it into tags. So this is the second one that I did out of this base. See, I used the same base over again. So if you look at it, you'll see like it has the same elements on here. And then I just added a few things like the Scrabble letters. I added a stamp. Some of these are from a different kit within that I have in a ephemera kit that I have up in the store. I added some botanicals to this. And another thing that kind of inspired me to do the collaging as well is I had like, y'all know how it is. I had a whole bunch of stuff on my desk. And so I was trying to organize the stuff to put into my ephemera book. And I said, you know what? I am going to use that in my collages. And I was able to use almost everything that I had out on my desk within these collages. So that worked out real well. All right. So now we're going to actually do some collaging. So let's move that out the way. Oh, let me show you too. I had this out. So I did this weekend because I have like a gazillion tags that I need to make. So what I did was, I'll show you some that I cut from the collage. So these still need to have some sewing done, but what I did, I printed it out on cardstock, and then I put some of the aged paper on the back. So you can get this over at Pleasant Creations as well. And so I just cut, put the pieces on here, and then I cut the pages out. And then I sewed it on. So on this particular piece, sorry for the focus. My focus is going to be off and on as I'm moving about the cabin here. So like on this piece, you'll see I have the sewing around it. But before I put the sewing on here, I actually put the paper on the back. So I put the paper on the back and I did some sewing, and I still am going to I haven't decided whether I was going to put a hole here and put like a loop of thread or some fabric. I don't know if I want to do that yet. So I just kind of left it kind of blank for now, but the shape will pretty much be the same. So here's another piece that I cut from the pieces that you saw. Put some coffee dyed paper on the back. Y'all look at that design. That's amazing. I love that. I love that aged paper. It's beautiful. And here's another one right here. And so I'm not going to go through all of these, but you can see I was attempting to use a lot of my the little bits and pieces that I had on my desk here. You'll see. Very nice. And I just had lots of shapes. I had some thin pieces like this, and I was like, I don't want to throw it away, so I made a tag out of it. And you can see I backed it with some of the aged paper as well. You got it going. So here's one that I did, and I didn't finish it yet, so I have a paper clip holding it on. So we'll probably be working on these sometime during this week, because I have a lot still that I have to get going as well. And you can see, and then here is the guest checks. I know we're supposed to be getting going on the collaging, but I just want to show you all what you can make from like just a base of papers. And these are the mini guest checks that are the digital kit in the shop as well. And so I forgot how many of these you get in there, but they already have the collaging on them. So, and they have such depth when you look at them. It's just wonderful. So here's a few that I did from the papers that I already, from the base that I made. And so I didn't really have to put anything on these. The only thing I did was put some tabs at the top. And you can see the tabs there. And then on these, I use like some music papers, and I use some of the clusters that I made. Remember, we made these clusters together as well. So I just put the clusters on here. I had the words. So all of these things have elements of things that I've already made. So that made it easy. So I still have to do some sewing on those. These are backed as well. And I use some vintage paper on those, and that's pretty much, I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna go through all of them. I made them in different sizes, just of various amounts of things. Okay, so I wanted to show you all those too. So let's move all that out the way because we're not working on the tags today. But let's see, where's my paper at? Oh, here we go. Oops, sorry. All right, got to rearrange some stuff here. All right, so let me just go back a little bit into the chat and see what we have here. All right, because the chat is flying today, and I don't want to miss anything though. So let's see what's in our chat. All right, so we answered the question, is it on cardstock? When I originally made them, nope, I just put it on a regular piece of paper, or you can use like some scrap paper because nobody's going to see that anyway. Yes, these will be offered as digitals. Boo Boo Kitty asked, will these be offered as digitals? Yes, they will. Probably by Wednesday, they should be up as digital kits. I just wanted to make a few more bases to work with. And then also the papers that I actually made, those will be part of the kit as well. So I wanted to have quite a few pieces inside of the kit before I put those up. So you can be looking for those. And I'll also have those up in the Facebook group. So that's one thing I failed to mention as well. If you are interested, we have a Facebook group, and it is Junk Journal Buddies. So if you come over there, just answer the questions that we have for you. There's no wrong answer, and we will let you in. All right. So let's see what else we have. Thank you, Marietta. I think I said it right, but I'm not sure. If I didn't say hi to you, it's not because I'm ignoring you, it's because the chat's going real fast. Tammy, you should join the group as well. Tammy said that this is amazing, and she's really been looking around she's been looking around basically, and she loves this. So the group, we're posting like lots of ideas that you can use too. Now Jan asks, have you ever made a zine? And the answer to your question is no, I've never made a zine. I've looked into it, but I've never made it. Tamika says zines are fun, so that might be something that I'm gonna look into in the future for zines. Laureline might not be able to hear me, but you'll need to refresh because I do have the sound on today. So Janet, I see that you requested to be in the group, and we will let you in momentarily. Just answer the questions, please. Boo Boo Kitty wants to know what a zine is. So let me see if I can. Oh, Chris asked also. If I can explain what a zine is. Zine basically, it's like a small publication. It's usually like, it's kind of like, it's folded. It's really small. It's like a little booklet basically. And people do zine. I mean, it's like a small magazine is what it is. I can't even explain it, but it, you know, I've seen people do it with journaling things. They might have journaling prompts, and um, I don't know if I'm explaining it good. I'm gonna have to look that up for y'all, so I can give you like the proper whatever it is on there. So I'm just pulling some stuff out of here, or else I'm just gonna be talking forever. And I wanted this to have like some blues in it, so I had like some pieces of an old calendar, so you can see you can kind of use inty thing for this. Oh, I kind of have an idea already. And I promise you all, I haven't been thinking of anything to do. I just took the bags out because I purposefully didn't put anything together because I wanted you all to see that things come together kind of in an organic way. So I just pulled out whatever little pieces I might have that might work for this. I'm just going to pull out a few more things. I actually have quite a few bags as well of stuff. Got bags of stuff. Look, y'all got fabric in here. That doesn't belong in here. That does not belong. All right. So I just picked this bag because I saw some blue stuff in there. So I wanted to use some blue stuff. Move that bag out the way. Let me read some more of the chat as well. I'm going to try to look at the chat while I'm moving my hands. Let me move this over. So Jan says a very small journal folded from one sheet of paper. The zine, yes. I agree with that. Uh-oh. Like a pocket mod. I never heard of a pocket mod, Boo Boo Kitty. Okay, I don't know why I have all this paper out here. Okay, I only need one piece of paper. And like I said, this paper is actually 32-pound paper, but you can use like regular paper, or you can use some scrap paper to do this. Let's see. I'm going to start with some music paper. And I'm just, like I said, I wanted this to be a little bit organic. And the first thing I usually do is I just place some papers onto my main paper here someplace. That doesn't mean that they're going to stay there. So this was some parchment paper that I was testing and embossing on with my Vagabond, y'all. Isn't that cute? And I just stuck it in the scraps because that's all it was scraps. So now we're going to use it. I'm going to put this someplace on here. I don't know where yet, but it's going to get placed on here. And I'm just ripping this any kind of way. I'm putting this on here. Hey, Livies. How are you doing today? It seems like my my layouts usually have kind of a brown vintagey looking base to it also, which is okay. And then I'm going to put some color in there also. And I think I might use some vintage photo as well. Let's see. Yeah, I'm still trying to keep up with the chat. I'm trying. Let's see. Now this has like some purple undertones, so I don't know if I'm going to use that. But this kind of has like some blue in it, because I wanted some blue. And this was some paper that I had some Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. And this was I used this like in this paper in my first journal. So this was like a remnant of that paper. So I'm just gonna, like I said, right this moment, I'm just trying to get an idea of where I want to put stuff at. And then I'll go back in and start putting stuff in because it's going to be a lot of holes left. I already know that. Hello, Livies. I saw you. Your laptop's playing games with you. Ooh, Tammy says she's getting ready to make her a monster journal out of an old thesaurus. That would be kind of cool. You know, it's something about like old dictionaries and um, encyclopedias and stuff. I have like a whole set of these really old encyclopedias that I'm going to be making some books out of one day, because y'all know I'm still working on those 20 journals that I've been working on. But they're coming together. They are coming together. Okay, I'm going to start gluing some stuff down. So I am just using some of my disappearing glue. This one's almost out because I was using this weekend. I'm just using the washable school glue. So school glue is good, and I noticed that things stay down, but I don't have to worry about it too much because I'm usually using copies of this stuff anyway. So I don't even have to cover my surface because I'll just use the paper itself as my protection. And I'm just going to go off the paper a little bit too, because I like that look. And I'll just be cutting off the extra paper anyway. So it's okay. So like I said, this is like the perfect craft for cheap school glue. You don't have to have anything fancy for this, so you can steal the kids' school glue to make this work for you. And I'm moving stuff around like I'm going to remember where everything was. I know I've watched some of the other crafters do this, and it seems like their space is so neat. They have everything all organized and stuff. That don't always really work out for me. I don't know why. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm gluing these pieces to just a regular piece of paper. And like I said, you can use like junk mail to do this. You don't have to use like a regular sheet of paper. I'm using a letter size piece of paper for this job. But you don't need to do that. Y'all know what I should... Nah, I was going to say I should have like did the edges with some vintage photo, but I already started, so I'm just going to keep it rolling like this. And I'm just plopping stuff down, basically. And of course, the purple will disappear. It's going to dry clear, so I'm not really worried about that. And your fingers are going to get sticky as well. They're going to get a little sticky, so get ready for it. If you're like me and you don't really like to stick your fingers in the glue, but sometimes you don't have to. Sometimes you do have to. It's just something that has to be done. So you can see once you get your papers out, it goes really fast, and you still don't use as much as you think you're going to use. All right, let's see here. Just seems like I have more stuff out. What had happened? Let's just put a whole big old piece over here. Let's do it like that. I like to kind of have like the tattered edges. I could use the We Are Memory Keepers tear guide, but if I do that, it's not going to have like that nice organic flow, like I just slap stuff on the paper, which is what I'm doing. We're just slapping it on the page. All right, and I'll put that one there. And let's see. She's gluing. She's gluing. So y'all, Saturday, we didn't do anything Saturday. Me and Slim stayed at home in our pajamas all day long. Because we were supposed to go to the store with my mom, and then we changed our minds. So we stayed at home. And while I was watching, I actually was watching a TV show called Mars that was on Nat Geo. It was a series. But it was only on for 2 seasons, and then they canceled it. So unfortunately, let's see. Let's put some more of this down. Also, what I didn't do, like with this page, because it's like some white spaces showing, but that's okay. Depending on how you tear your paper, like for instance, if I'm using this hand and I'm tearing backwards. So when I do that, you can't see like the white piece of the paper. You see now it's like the brown edge there. So that's what I should have done with this one, but I tore it this way, and then the white part shows. So I'm tearing it backwards, kind of. And then that way, it comes out with a better look, if that makes sense. That's a tip for y'all. A little tippity whippity. Okay. I'm trying to cover up the white spots, but that doesn't always happen. Okay, let's take like this little piece. I'm gonna put it up there. See, this doesn't look like anything like when I first started, does it? I knew it wouldn't. I always do that too. I put things down first to look at it, but nothing looks the same. It's just all different. Let's put this here. Because keep in mind too, it's still, even though it has like a lot of different papers and stuff, it still has a really kind of plain look to it. But that's okay, because this is just like a base for whatever else I'm going to do. And my thing is, I don't want to keep making, well, I probably will keep making the collages, but if I can just use something that's already done, I'll be using a digital kit for that piece. Okay, let's stick you like down here. And you can see the purple glue is disappearing. So it'll be purple for a moment only. Oh, hey, Life with Faith. She says she used some of the ideas in her planner. That's a good idea, because I like, my planner is kind of junk journal style. So I kind of use those ideas in my planner too. I think it's an excellent way to zhuzh up your planner. Give it that artsy feel. I like that crafty kind of feel. Oh, Boo Boo Kitty says she journaled in her junk journal last weekend, and she said it was relaxing. I love working in my junk journal, and I just haven't had a chance to do it lately, but I'm gonna get back to it. You all may see some more junk journal videos coming up, process videos. I've been collecting things to put into my junk journal. I just haven't got around to playing in it. Let's see. We'll put you down here at the bottom. Y'all, this really goes fast. When you're just sitting watching TV and you look down and your page will be finished. You'll be like, hey, what happened? I was just working on that. Oh, let's see. I wanted to... Y'all, I really have the urge to get up and get some of my my encyclopedia pages, but I said no. I'm just going to work with what I have here instead of running around trying to find more stuff to put on. Just use what you got, Liz. Use what you got. I have a ton of stuff right here by my desk, so, and some things I needed to put away, so this works out very perfectly for me. Very perfectly for me. I know it's hard to see what's going on because I had a lot of stuff here. And just move some of this stuff out the way because it's a distraction. Okay, let's see. Now, I'm gonna put some more book pages on. Ooh, Penny says that she uses napkins and gesso on her collages. That's a good idea because those napkins, they usually have some really beautiful images on them. I haven't worked with napkins too much, just a little bit. Not for any particular reason. I just haven't. It's like so many techniques that you can use, right? It's like, where do I start? Y'all, by the time I get done with this paper, it's going to feel like cardstock. All right, let's see. We want more. We want more. And how about, I'll just put you up here at the top, an edge. Oops. Don't want to go off the cam here. And I was going to use like the vintage photos around the edge of some of these, but I'm kind of glad I didn't because, you know, sometimes that's not necessary. Not for this part of our journey. We don't have to grunge up everything, do we? All right, let's put... See, this has like the white pieces showing because of the way I ripped it, but whatever. She's going down anyway. She's going down. Thinking I should put you up here. Yeah, it's gonna go up there. I should have used the back side of the page, but it's too late now. I already glued it up. Of course, the glue will disappear. Wait, I'm just gonna let the glue disappear on that. I'm gonna use the other side because we have choices. We're gonna make some choices anyway. Let's see. Let's put that there. Oh, we went to see on Sunday, because y'all know Sunday is like my family day. We went to see Hobbs and Shaw. Y'all know anything with Dwayne Johnson, I'm all in. And without any spoiler alerts, I'm just going to tell you that movie was fantastic. I quite enjoyed it a lot. It was very entertaining. Very entertaining to watch. I don't want that there. It's too close. We'll put that up there. It's a good spot. One thing I like about this is I didn't have to take out anything extra to protect my surfaces. I just put this on here. All right, so this one, the glue dried on it already. I'm gonna put this one here. It's coming together, y'all. Just only have a few more little spots here. And then let's put this over here. I guess this is where I'm putting the H paper at is kind of like the white space. You could say. And all this chaotic paperation. I just made up a word, I think. I don't think that's a word. I think I just made that up. I'm gonna take that for myself. Yeah, I've seen the paper at the napkins at Tuesday mornings as well. They usually have a lot, but their prices are for the napkins is not that great in my opinion. Sometimes they have more clearance, but they always have the ugly pieces on clearance. That's what I've noticed anyway. Oh, that's a good tip, Penny. Penny's giving tips about the dollar store napkins. Let's put you here. Yeah, I'm so tired because I was up to 3 o'clock in the morning watching, you guessed it, Orange is the New Black. I finally started watching it, and I knew this was going to happen because this is what I do. I'm like, okay, I decided like at 11:30 last night, I was like, I'm just going to watch one episode of Orange is the New Black. Like that'll happen. That never works out for me. Let's put this on here. That never works out for me. So I'll probably end up watching about 6 episodes before I couldn't take it anymore. I had to go to sleep. I had to go to sleep. I was done. She was done, son. All right, I got this little bitty piece because I have some little holes in here, so I want to get the holes right there. Let's cover that. And I think I should have most of the holage. All right, so now I still have, let me just move some of this out the way just a little bit. Let's see. Let me do a time check here. Okay, we're still good. I might be able to do another page, which I would love to do. All right, so these were pieces from a calendar that I had, and I cut apart. So I'm gonna put some of these months on here. Ooh, look at this. This is an interesting image. So you can use like magazine images too. That's an interesting image. And February. Like whatever I can find here. And we have a June. July. What if we put something like that? And not all the way August. The August is kind of cut off, but that's okay because we'll just put it at the edge of the page. You know what it's supposed to be. September. I don't think I have all the months represented on here, but that's okay. That's okay because this is the base. So this is probably going to be about it for this one. But let's go ahead and let me get some of these pages, some of these straight edges off as well. Let's see. So this week I'll probably be I'm doing lots of tags. So I asked in the Facebook group for some inspiration because I know you all do wonderful things as well. So I wanted to pick up some inspiration on the tags because out of all the ephemera that I do, I don't really have a lot of different tags, and I wanted to have a lot of tags to go inside of the books that I'm making right now. All right, let's see. How about we do something like that? Since we have that one like that. Ooh, I bet they would. This was actually just a calendar that I got from the VA. They always give out free calendars for the year, and I always grab a few. And they're like, they don't have like anything spectacular in them that you would use for your junk journals and stuff. But as you can see, we found a way to incorporate it into our junk journaling. We're going to put it on the collage sheets. You know, something else that these collage sheets are good for, not only are they good for like a base for anything else that you're going to do, but they also are good for pages in your junk journal. So once they're turned into digital kits, you can put them into your junk journal. I'm going to put that off the side because that's not all of February. Okay, I think, wait, let's get this one. And let's do, I want to mess with September too much. Just put September there. Okay. So let's glue these guys on. Y'all don't be talking about me in the chat. Y'all know I can't do this and look at the chat at the same time. Nobody talks about Liz or else. All right. So we'll make some bases today, and then tomorrow we can play around with what we've done with our bases. I think I would like that. Because y'all know what? I'm not even playing. I'm not doing any crafting. After I get done today, I am going to go make sure Slim has some din-din, and I'm going to go get in the bed. And I'll probably watch some more Orange is the New Black. And then whenever I go to sleep, I go to sleep. I'm kind of tired right now. But usually I'm so tired I can't go to sleep. You better say nice things about me, Boo Boo Kitty. You better say nice things. All right. Put you over here. And again, wherever you see purple smudge, purple glue is going to disappear. I like using the purple glue because I can see where I put the glue down, whereas when you have the white, you can't ever see where you're putting it down at. All right, and then this last piece. August. That's going to go off the side. Oh, so we're going to do it this way. All right, so that is a done. Okay, so I just got that idea when I saw the pieces for the calendar. I said, hey, let me put the calendar on here. So this is going to be the base for a whole bunch of tags. No 2 hours. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so you can see we have a lot of extras hanging over the side here. So I'm going to go ahead. I don't even have my glasses on. But I only really need them like for my detailed work. Really. Like the big stuff I don't really need. It probably would have looked a little bit less fuzzy though. So cut the extra off. We don't need no stinking extra stuff. We just don't need it. Not for this job. job. Okay. I'm quiet because I'm concentrating. In case you were wondering, the sound's not off. It's just me not talking. I'm trying not to cut into the actual paper itself, but sometimes, sometimes we make mistakes, and that's just what happens. All right. Look, I have like this little strip here that says $7.06. I'm gonna put that on here someplace because it's a nice little touch. Let's see, where would I like to put you? Just someplace a little inconspicuous. Hot Pockets and Pop-Tarts and Kool-Aid. Now this one, I will use my little piece of deli paper that I have sitting next to me. Oops. All right. Okay. So now that one is done. Yay! So let's see. I'm going to try to do another one real quick. Let's put this one to the side. And where's my paper? So I'm going to take another blank piece of paper out. And let's get the bag. Let's get the bag of stuff here. This is a different bag. So let's see what's in it. We can use some of that paper. I want to use some different things this time. And I had like some pieces of a calendar that I cut. It's like a children's workbook piece. This is a Bible piece, but I don't want to put that one on there, not for the base. And I can use that piece. I don't have any specific ideas for this piece, so I'm just gonna roll with it. Like whatever comes out, comes out. I don't know. Looks like this one might have been from when I was doing the golden books that I haven't finished. Because I see some whimsical pieces in here. Oh, this is what I wanted to use. I did want to try this. And this is some pattern pieces. Let's put some pattern pieces on here. Let's try that. All right. And then got some book pages here. Let's pull out some of these book pages. What's this? Book pages. Some vintage map. So, hey, Kaleidoscope. What am I going to do with this? I'm going to be making some tags with these, but I can also use these for pages in the journals. Hey, this doesn't belong in here. He's out of place. It's an envelope that I made. Okay. Okay, so let's get to it here. Let's start ripping and plunking and plopping and plunking. I'm gonna start with this book. This is actually from a book that's up in the shop now. It's a journal that's up in the shop. It is Chester Cricket's New Home. And the pages are so lovely and beautiful and brown on the edges. I love it. Okay. So again, I'm just sticking stuff down to begin with. Because that's how I usually roll. This is just the acknowledgements from the back of the book. So you can use I love using like index pages and stuff like that too, because they have like a sort of repetition to it, and I gravitate towards repetition. If that makes sense. Okay, before I even put anything else down, I'm just gonna go for it this time without a plan. We're not gonna have a plan. I like it when the pages just come together like that. Without a plan. Y'all don't be talking about me because I'm not watching you. Yes, yes, yes. Give this video a thumbs up before you leave. I have 25 people watching right now, so I should have 25 thumbs up. Give my thumbs up. All right. Put this off here. Just trying to cover up the white pages. I see some references to 1962. I think this book was actually done like in the 60s. That's a beautiful cover. Chester's Cricket's New Home. All right, and then let's try. This is, what does that look like to you all? This is, or was, a coffee filter. So we're going to put the coffee filter in here too, some kind of way. Because I like coffee. And I love saving my coffee filters. Because I've been saving them since the beginning of time, because I keep saying there is something I can do with those. This is like the perfect application. Because coffee filters, like once you put glue on it, if you put like Mod Podge or something on it, it looks just like leather. That's a tip for you. I actually made a cover with coffee filters. And it looked like leather once it dried. It was very beautiful. Okay, so now let's put on some of this map page. So you can see again, the page is kind of gravitating to be a bit vintagey, which is okay. Because later on in the week, you'll see how we're going to use our collage papers. We're going to work on, this week, we're going to be working on some collages. Collaging. That's what I'm thinking. So y'all have to get your collage stuff out. So, and be inspired to just glue some stuff down. Channel your inner child. And just glue. All right, let's put some of this on. There's something about putting like composition book pages in too. That have the lines on it. Makes it feel like it belongs in a book. Let's put this. Should have used the other side of this too, but too late. Too late. Again, if you're just coming on and you love junk journal stuff, you can head over to the Junk Journal Buddies Facebook group. The link is below as well. We would love to have you. We're having a ball over there, where you can get even more inspiration for more people than just me. We have people that have tons of creativity to share. Okay, let's see. Now I'm going to use some of this. I was testing some embossing on regular paper, and it looked quite beautiful, but it just that embossing just kind of shredded the paper up. But I kept these because the pieces just look very lovely. So I said, I'm going to keep you. It looks like little ribbons. If you can feel it, it actually has texture. And gimme. Put this down here at the bottom. I know I'm making a lot of noise with this glue stick, but you know, that's just how it has to be for today. I have to put up with the noise. Okay, let's put you here. See, I can see where the glue's at. Put the purple down. I like that. And of course I have lots of stuff hanging over the side of the paper, which is fine. Alright, so let's use some more of this. Look at those beautiful hearts. This came from a vintage catalog. Put that right down the middle there. I was going to put some colorful stuff in it, but that's okay because I can do that later. This will be a wonderful base. And let's put this in. I'm trying to find the most interesting pieces of each piece of paper. We're at 63 minutes now. That's okay. I'm going to finish this page. I can't believe 63 minutes. It actually won't take me long to finish this one. And I'm not rushing. I'll put you down here. And let's see. So this will add a little bit of color. This was from a Filofax that I had and I didn't use, so I decided to use it as scraps. I think I should keep them in their correct orientation. Alright. I'll stick it right there because there's just a little spot there. But actually, no. I'll put you up there. Since it has lines on it, I want to kind of put it kind of away from the other pieces that have lines. Let's see. I don't know. Okay, we have a little bit of grid paper here. So let's put some of the grid paper here. Okay. And let's see. Okay, so now let's use some of this paper, some of our pattern paper. I've been dying to use the pattern paper. Let's see, where do I want to put it at? I don't want to cover up too much stuff. Got to be strategic about this. Let me see. I want to put it on the paper this time. I don't know. Oh, it'll go on the back. So this would, putting the pattern paper down would give it like that nice effect if you're doing like a sewing book. For sure. All right. And surprisingly, pattern paper feels delicate, but it's pretty strong. It's not going to just rip away. Even the old pattern pieces, like the real, for real vintagey ones, don't. And then what's nice about these too is that the things behind it will show through a bit. So that's nice. And I'm just going to use this one piece. Let's see. I thought I took some more aged paper out. Hold on, y'all. Right, here's some papers for our little white space here, so to speak. I make that a little bit too small. Put that there. And she's being quiet. Nobody talk about me. Nobody's allowed to talk about me when I'm quiet. Okay. How about this? Trying to get rid of as much of the harsh edges as I can, but you know, sometimes they still get in. They make it in anyway. All right, and oops, there's no mistakes in junk journaling. Just gonna glue that ripped piece of paper down, because that's how we roll. All right, and we still have a few little spots to cover up. Let's take this and cover that spot up. Okay, now you know something else that I would like to add to this, because pretty much all the white is covered up. So hold on. Let's see. Let's see, I have like 2 tons of washi tape, y'all. Like 15 million pieces of washi tape, so. And my washi tape is pretty sticky, and so I'm just going to put some washi tape on here also, which I didn't do on the other ones, but I think this would be kind of cool. This is a great way to use some of your washi tape. How many signatures am I going to do? You mean how many collage pages? Because these can be used for more than just signatures, actually. Today I'm just doing just these 2. Here's some more kind of brownish. I've had some of this washi tape for so long. Y'all wouldn't believe it. I'm surprised it's still any good. And we'll put another little piece on here. And maybe another little tiny piece. Probably 25. I'm not making 25, okay? Let's see. Okay, I think that's probably gonna be about it for the base. Let's put some of this on. Gotta make sure I use the sticky part of this. This one might need some glue. Nope, it's good. And all right, so this is gonna be the a base piece as well. All right, so first, let me just get some of this stuff off my desk and we'll put all the stuff back in the bag. And then I'm gonna cut this extra off and then we can look at the pieces that we've done. I have to get the pieces back in the bag because that'll be a distraction for me. Because this piece is all over the desk, so I might as well clean up with you all. Y'all motivated me to clean it up. You're motivating me, otherwise this will be here until tomorrow. And then these other little small scraps are gonna go in the trash. Because you know what, we can save stuff all day long, but for real though, sometimes our saving stuff is a little bit ridiculous. Alright, so we have a lot of... I have a crate that I have my bags in behind me. Okay, we could save that though. That's kind of big. Right. Okay, and then these are going back next to me. Okay, so now so we got mostly everything off the desk for the most part. Let's cut off the extra. That gave it some time for the edges to dry a little bit too. Let's just cut that off. Get off of their edge. I'm trying to be careful not to cut the edges because it's easy to cut. Since this is just regular paper, but you can see how stiff it is. Even though it's regular paper, once you glue something on, it's like really stiff. But keep in mind, I could just use this as my tags, but I'm not. In this case, I'm not going to. Because I want to be able to use the base of this over and over again. So as we go through the week, you'll see these base pieces come up over and over again. All right, see that little piece? Keep that. All right, let's get rid of this. All right, so see, that's what it looks like. It looks so different, doesn't it? Okay, so now we got our two pieces that we did today. And of course I'm not done. Of course she's not. So I'm going to go around just the edges of this. Let's see if I can. I'm trying to keep my hands out of the way, but that's not really working out for me. Hi, Dawn. Do some collage. It's very easy. Like, this is the first time on camera that I've done the collages because I've been a bit intimidated to do the collages, and as you can see, what for? You really can't go wrong doing the collages, and you can use them like in a lot of your projects, especially in the junk journal. So these are definitely going to get turned into some pages. They can be tags. You can cut them into shapes. You can make paper clips out of them. And it's nice because you make one big sheet and then you can go to town instead of doing a whole bunch of small sheets at the same time. I mean, at a time. Just do a big sheet and then cut it up. We're not cutting anything today, though. No cutting. And you can use your washi tape. Yay! I use washi tape. I'm so proud of myself. Because the washi tape is always the forgotten piece. The forgotten piece of the ephemera. So I got to use a teensy bit of my 600 rolls of tape. Just a teensy bit. We got a little jagged edge here. Let's get the jagged edge off. You might drive me crazy. Okay, so now let's look at these. You put these back. And I don't have to worry about those later. All right, so this is what we have. So this is the first one here. And you can see we used like some magazine pieces. We had the some pieces from a calendar, not even like the full calendar, but they look so perfect on there, huh? And it has like a kind of blue undertones. So I purposefully picked out of that bag some things. When I saw these, then I started picking like some things that had some blue in it, but the basis still has that vintagey look. And then we went around the edges this, and again, this is just, it could be any scrap piece of paper. And this one is 32-pound paper, but still, even if you use regular copier paper, it becomes very stiff after you put this on. And I've also seen some people put like a coating over the top of it, so you can Mod Podge it if you wanted to. That would give it, you can have like a matte or a shiny coat on it. I'm not going to Mod Podge mine. So, and then we have this one. I like this one also. It has like that nice vintage background with some of the catalog pieces in there. And then in some of the spots, I use some of the H paper that I sell over at Pleasant Creations in the shop, at my Etsy shop. And we got just like bits and pieces of goodness and washi tape, beautifulness, and yeah. So that, we did that. So that's our two pieces for today. And you can see I actually was chatting in the beginning, but then it didn't really take that long to put these together. So it's something that you could do while you're watching TV. Is definitely a mindless craft. So that's going to be it for today. You all check out my Etsy shop at pleasantcreations.com. If you go to the .com that I just gave you, or go to the link below in the description, it will take you over to the Etsy shop. I have tons and tons of ephemera because we're going to be using a lot of that ephemera on these pages as well. These will become a digital kit sometime this week, so I'm just putting the pages together to do that. And I'll just give you another whiff at what we already did. Other bases that we made. So we had this one, if you're just coming on, that's one of the bases that I made before this weekend. And then here's another one. So, and then this is what I created from those bases. Yay. All right. So with that, I am going to say love, peace, and hair grease from your sweet lotus blossom and lovable Lizzie. Have a fantabulous day. Enjoy life. And you all are very welcome. I will see you all on the next live stream. Have a good night.